Okay, example 3. So this is going to be the point. And if you're in my class, you know exactly what this point is. When I make a question up and it's going to look ridiculous, and then sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But you have to use your imagination when things are like mathematics, and just think about the possibilities that, and I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. All right, so I'm just going to make up a question because I do that a lot. So let's go psi. What? Oh, I don't know. Let's 2 pi on 3. Ooh, minus, plus. Should we minus? Let's plus, because let's be nice to ourselves, because there's enough fractions in here as it is. No, I'm not supposed to plus pi on 4. Plus x over 4 equal to negative a half. Okay, so we're going to solve for x for that. So once again, there is some transformation within the angle, so there's a difference between the angle and x here. The angle is actually 2 pi on 3 plus x over 4. So I am going to solve for the angle first, and then I'm going to solve for x. So psi of angle is negative a half. Before I do anything, I need to convert the conditions, the restrictions on x to the restrictions on the angle. So x is between 0 and 2 pi, and then I'm just going to divide everything by 4, so I can create x over 4, and then add 2 pi and 3 on it. So 2 pi on 3 plus x over 4. What does that look like? 7 pi on 6. Okay. So if you add 2 pi on 3 onto here, I think you get 7. Yep, you do get 7 pi on 6. Okay. Oh, that looks fine. It's not too bad. So let's do the unit circle method, which I actually quite like. All right. It is essentially an extension of the quadrant method, but gives you more visual. So you have to start with the base angle still, regardless of which method you're starting with. And the base angle in this case is, once again, pi on 6, because psi of pi on 6 is a half. Learn your exact values, very important. So if you draw where pi on 6, I'm going to leave with that. Okay, so that's pi on 6. I may not leave with that. So this is pi on 6, and essentially we're looking at psi values here. So we're looking at the y coordinate of this point, and that's a half. So you basically need your angle to be negative a half. So we're going down. So we're going here. So that's negative. That's negative a half. Oh, just pretend it is. And then you could also go on this side. Probably more this side, because that's supposed to be a 180 degree between the two. Okay, so that's negative a half. Not sure whether I'm getting better at drawing this. Okay, so those are the two possible locations that you can have for an angle to have a psi of negative a half. What I'm going to look at now is I'm going to see which angle I'm actually using based on the restriction. So I'm just going to write here that my angle based on my calculation here is supposed to go between 2 pi on 3 and 7 pi on 6. And I really hope I have a solution, because it looks like I may not. Do I have a solution? Oh, yes, just. Oh, that's good. Okay, 2 pi on 3 is on the second quadrant. So 2 pi on 3 is like somewhere, 2 pi on, yeah, it is. It is somewhere here. 7 pi on 6 is actually here. So if you go from here to here, if you stop here, this is 7 pi on 6. You know, I made this question up, so I can't say I planned that, because this bit is pi on 6. Well, if you think about it, I probably could plan it. So because this is the restriction on the angle, you actually couldn't get this angle here in the fourth quadrant because it exceeds the domain, and you can't really go back because everything is very positive. So your angle, I don't know why this thing's red, your angle is going to be 7 pi on 6. Oh, works out so well. This is not a common occurrence. Okay, and then you're going to go back and solve for x, and please don't screw up with fractions. So I'm going to write it here because, you know, I'm going to show more steps, because every time I skip a step, pupil complain. All right, so this is 7 pi on 6. I mean, you don't have to do anything, just go back, but you're just like, it's 2 pi, obviously. So x over 4, so you're going to subtract now, because, okay, so you have 3 pi, 2 pi on 4. What am I doing? Yep, 3 pi on 6, pi on 2, and then x is 2 pi, or you can just reverse the original step. So there's your one and only solution for this question.